Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, my name is Frida. So I've been contemplating this year on what I want to do, and over the years I do have New Year resolutions and goals and all of that, and I never quite achieve some of them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I've been contemplating why some of those goals have not been achieved. Yes, I have big goals. Sometimes some of the goals are definitely going to take some time to get to, but I have been doing a deep thinking and I settled on one thing, that this year God is putting on my heart to be disciplined. I do want to be disciplined because I realize that everything that I want to achieve in this life can easily be achieved if I'm disciplined. So instead of writing down individual goals that I want to achieve, I just want to achieve one thing, and that is discipline. Discipline in every aspect of my life. I'm not just going to go from a 0 to 100, but I'm definitely going to put it in the work to get to the point that I am disciplined. This video is actually coming late for a reason, because I didn't want to start a new video at the beginning of the year saying these are my New Year resolutions, blah blah blah, all of those things I want to achieve this year. I kind of wanted to get into the habit of the goal I want to achieve this year before I actually make this video, and so far so good. Let me give an example. You know how you start the year and you're like, I want to read my Bible, right? And then first week of January comes, second week, third week, and then first week of February you're like, it's going there. Yeah, I have been putting in the work to be consistent with a lot of things, and I am seeing a lot of improvement. I am still not 100% disciplined because I have a lot of things on my plate. Right now I'm still trying to figure out how to fix my whole life around a system. My pastor always say, build system instead of goals, right? So that's what I'm working. So I wanted this video to be very chilled and relaxed. So I'm just going to go into certain aspects of my life where I do plan to be disciplined. If you see me looking down, I'm looking on my tablet. The first aspect I'm going to talk about is planning. Planning is very essential. When you don't write things down, you forget when you want to do it, right? There are a lot of times that I want to do certain things and I forget. Aside even forgetting, it gives you an order, an organization system that you can look to and be like, okay, I'm done with this, tick, I'm done with that, tick, and then you follow that order until you're done with your stuff, right? I do manual planning, having a planner and writing into it, yeah. But recently I've been trying to get into digital planning because I have an iPad, so why not use it? That's my thing. So I do use GoodNote a lot. I'm still not like a pro in planning, but I've been using it more than I did in a couple of years. I kind of want to be organized. I kind of want to see my things on paper and know what to do, and I kind of want to use my time very wisely. Because I am a student, you can't predict how many hours you're going to use to study. You can estimate, but if you get to the book and you're not understanding certain things very well, you're definitely going to use more time to study. I can't necessarily predict how long I'm going to study. School being a priority on my list because I do not want to fail, I am giving more time to that than any other aspect of my life. That being said, I have to fit all those aspects of my life within this broader schedule of schooling. That means that anytime that I have that I'm not studying, I have to use it wisely, and planning is going to help me achieve. Another thing that I think will be very crucial in being disciplined is being very respectful of my time and my energy. So there are certain things that I have the leisure to do, and there are certain things that I do not have the leisure to do, and I need to be very conscious of those things, right? Not just using my time anyhow, not just going to any place because I think I can fit in it. Sometimes it's like you think you have the time, but you don't. Having a scale of preference of my priorities is going to set me straight, because if I need to film a video for a YouTube channel, instead of going out to go do something, and the YouTube channel is priority, I'll do that, right? And again, going back to the fact that I do not have control over my time because I am a student. As much as I can predict my studying style and study schedule, it is not a straightforward thing. So knowing what is important, what are the things that I want to do now, will be very helpful in me staying more disciplined, right? I'm not an outgoing person in general, but I do like to watch movies. So what I now do is, like, when I'm doing things like cooking in the house and doing things that I do not have to actively use my brain a lot, I can multitask, then I watch a movie. A lot of people ask me why I watch Nigerian movies, and this is one of it. I do not have to be glued to the TV. I can predict the scene even without paying attention to it, and that's one thing I do to just keep me disciplined. Another aspect is my energy, being respectful of my energy. I thrive in a very positive environment. I thrive on positivity. When my energy is wrong, I cannot do anything. I need my environment and the people around me to give me the best energy possible. So I'm going to prioritize that, in the sense that when you are coming into my life, you're not giving me the right energy, I am not going to be giving much of my time to you. You see, it's at some point in your life, you have to be selfish. You have to choose yourself to be able to make it. That is one thing that I've come to learn. You really have to be intentional about choosing yourself. And that's one thing I want to work on in every aspect of my life. I do want to be intentional about choosing myself. That being said, it does not mean that I have to not be there for people that I need to be there for and just be completely selfish. But know when I am needed. How can I explain this? Know when it's important to give, and know when it's important not to. I think in the past I've always been that kind of person that always want to be there for people. Even if it's inconvenient for my time, I still squeeze it to be there for people. I can prioritize people over me. Again, it's okay to prioritize people, but there needs to be that balance. So that's what I'm working on now. Going off of the topic of trying to respect my time, I do want to be intentional about self-care, right? Taking care of myself. I'll say 2 or 3 years from now, I haven't really been prioritizing my self-care. If something come up, my self-care is usually at the bottom of the line, which shouldn't be like that. There are a lot of things I need to take care of, especially my health. I will go into that later in a whole different video if I feel more comfortable sharing it. I don't think I mind sharing it. I just want to share it when I want to share it. So yeah, I'll talk. It's not anything drastic, so nothing that can be handled. So I do want to take care of my health. That is, I'm trying to lose weight to be in the best health possible. I have also changed the mindset of weight loss. I do want to lose weight, not because of the goal of looking physically in shape. You want to lose weight because you want to have slim belly or all of that. No, I changed that mindset, I think 2 years ago. I just want to be healthy. So if that means walking 30 minutes 3 times a week or 4 times a week, that is what I want to stick to. I'm also not going so hard on myself, because I realized that in the past I go harm. It's like, when you have New Year resolution and you just, that first month of January, you're running to achieve it and then you get stuck. That's what I don't want. I kind of want things that I want to set realistic goals for myself. So right now, what I've been doing is 3 times a week, I do walk on the treadmill 30 minutes. That's what I do for now. It is very minimum. I'll increase it as I go. And I also try to monitor my food, eat less sugar, eat less carbohydrates, increase my protein intake, and also healthy fat. That's the main thing that I want to do. When I say taking care of myself, I'm leaning more towards being healthy, right? I will get into hair care and skincare later on. Right now too, I am also taking care of my hair, and that's one thing I will talk on later, because my health is affecting my hair in a way that my hair is actually getting damaged and getting broken. And again, it's a broader topic, and I'll talk about that later. I think I've been very lazy about my health, that I can see the signs now, physical signs that are manifesting, that is showing that, hey, you need to actually get serious with this thing. Okay, I do want to take my health very, very serious. Okay, the next thing I'm going to be focused on is my devotion. Again, this is one major part of my life that I feel like play with, just to put it like that, okay? But I do want to take care of it very seriously. I am growing, one. I need to get closer to God too. There are things in my life that I don't think my life happened in a vacuum. I think that my life is carefully orchestrated by God throughout my life journey, right? I am here because God wants me to be here. And when I sit someone down and I tell someone the story of my life, you see how God carefully planned every step and every action of my life. I am a very favored child. I know sometimes I don't get certain things that I want. I'll pray about it and I don't get it, and I'm like, oh God, this and this and this and this. If I'm taking my life as a whole, I am highly favored and I am very, very blessed. And I am on a journey that is very specific. I do not talk about it much, but I have a calling that is very specific that I want to work towards. And that calling is huge, is big, as sometimes I talk to people about it and they look at me and are like, oh, you're very delusional. It can sound delusional, but to me, that is what I feel like God, that is what I know God wants for me, right? And again, going back to being disciplined, when I am not disciplined, that calling also starts to seem delusional to myself. But then I know that when I am disciplined and I put in the work and I do the things I need to do, that calling is pretty easy to achieve. That's one thing that I want to do. I want to take my spiritual life very, very seriously. I do want to pray more. I am not a long praying person. I have a different way of praying, which I'll probably share later. There's something that my spiritual mother actually taught me that I think that is a great thing if you're somebody who kind of pray like me. When I see someone who kind of pray like me, I mean like I journal my prayer. That's the way that I pray. So I'll make a video about it, okay? I want to take my spiritual life seriously. I want to read the word. I want to pray as little as I can, because for me, I know myself. I'm not going to be praying for hours and hours. It's not my style. There are people that are called to pray. There are people that we just have to get to the point, okay? I am more so of a worshiper than a prayer warrior, let me put it like that. So yeah, that's one thing I want to take seriously. The last thing I want to talk about is being intentional about documenting my life. And documenting my life, but not comparing it. We get lost in the habit of comparing our lives. If you see other people and you're like, okay, why is my life not like that? Why don't I have that? Why don't I have this and all of that, right? I do not want to do that. I want to be inspired by people and not compare myself to them. Everybody's journey is different. How God wants to deal with person A might not be the way he wants to deal with person B, and that is okay. And comparison steals your joy, right? So I don't want to compare. I am on a specific journey and I do want to tailor my experiences to that specific journey, right? I am not somebody who vlogs a lot, just because when I am busy and I'm in the moment, the camera is a distraction. But I do want to be intentional about that a little bit. I know every aspect of my life will not be documented. That is an overkill for me. I will not be able to do it. So I just want to be realistic about it. Do what I can do. Document the kind of things that I want to document. I do want to document a little bit about my weight loss journey. I do want to document a little bit about me being a wife, because that's now part of my life. I might not talk about my spouse in my videos, but hey, I'm still living the life of a wife, right? So I can show that a little bit, my journey on the things that I'm working towards, my journey on achieving a lot of things. And I think I also forgot one thing, which is huge, that I need to attain is finance, right? I want to be very disciplined in my finance. There are a lot of financial decisions that I took in the past that are biting me in the you know what now. Okay, and I want to work on that and fix that, and then build wealth. That's what I want to do. So most of the things that I do want to do and put my energy towards is going to be my finance, because again, going back to discipline, I realized that most of these things because I lack the discipline. So now I'm trying to build that discipline. And I also see that I was listening to a sermon and the pastor was talking about self-sabotaging, right? There are things that God put in your heart, or God has giving you these tasks to do, but you self-sabotage yourself in different ways, and one of those ways can be your finance, right? You mismanage your finance in the sense that it is hindering you from doing the things that God has put in your heart to do. Let me try to explain that better. Let's use an example. You need to buy a car to go do evangelism at point B, right? But you've mismanaged your funds to the point that you cannot afford a car. So maybe you need to do that evangelism now, because you've mismanaged your funds. You can't afford transportation, or you can't afford a car. You have to wait to fix that finance first before you can do that task that God wants you to do, right? It is causing delay in your life. Some of these delays can come back to bite you really bad. A lot of things that we do in our life is self-sabotaging ourselves. So that's one aspect of my life that I want to work on, because I feel like a lot of the things that I have to do or I want to achieve in life is going to need money. I do want to take my finances seriously. Alright guys, that's that for this video. Hopefully you enjoy it, and if this year you're trying to be disciplined as me, leave in the comments what you're trying to do to make yourself more disciplined. Let me know what are some of the things that you are working towards this year, if you're comfortable sharing, and also let me know any specific videos that you want me to film on this journey as well. And I will think about it and then film it. I believe that 2026 is going to be a good year, and I know we say that every year, but I do have a gut feeling that 2026 is going to be a good year if we put in the work, right? If we put in the work, it's definitely going to be a good year. So I just want to encourage everybody to put in the work and try to make it as good as possible. Even if you're down, just try to get up, even if one single step, could be a step in the right direction to the change that you're looking for. I will also try to share updates of all of this as I go. I do not want to give a specific time that I will be sharing updates, but yeah, as we go, we'll see how Miss Frida is doing, okay? Alright guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comment section, and I'll catch you in my next video. So until then, stay blessed and beautiful. Bye guys.